Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my F1 Qatar 1 review and my preview for the finale in Abu Dhabi. So yeah, it's done so quick this F1 season, hasn't it? But let's start off with what happened in Qatar then, where we saw Max Verstappen, not Sam Baden at all, ended up winning the Qatar 1 with Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri being on the podium. Russell, Darcy, Sainz, Alonso. First points for Joe Kwan Yu in the Sauber. Then the points, Ted Manson finishing 9th, and Lando Norris finishing all the way down to 10th because of suffering a yellow card, a 10-second penalty for not slowing down on the yellow cards and safety car, I think it was. And he did have a bit of a battle with Verstappen, didn't he? Where I think it was after the safety car restart, and Lando tried to make a move on the outside of Verstappen. And George Russell, George Russell actually qualified on pole, even though he qualified second, because a bit of shenanigans happening in the FIA stewards room between Verstappen and George Russell. Which, again, I don't agree with the penalty. What, only a 1 PS quid penalty? What's the point in that then? What is the point in that? A 1 PS quid penalty, so you can drop down to what? 1 PS? And for me, it wasn't even the penalty. The FIA is shambles sometimes. They are shambles. Because there's no way that was a penalty for Verstappen. Yeah, Verstappen was driving slow, but I think he was well out of the way, Max Verstappen. Well out of the way. And George Russell, if anything, the team radio of Mercedes should be telling George Russell that go to the right hand side of Verstappen, he's going to get you by. So he should know that, Russell. But yeah, but I will concede George Russell is it's at Qatar, isn't it? And there's probably no area where you can slow down, in my opinion, apart from on start finish straight. That's the only way you can slow down. I know you're trying to cool the tyres and all that, but that's where I will concede George Russell. That's where I will concede to him, where he does have a 5 point. Verstappen should have probably waited to start finish straight to get George Russell by, not these twisty turns where, in my opinion. So that's where I will concede to George Russell, in my opinion. But yeah, it beyond to Max Verstappen, didn't it? The West weekend, it was a dominant drive, let's be real. Apart from a couple of moments where he's fighting with Russell and Norris. Russell started the Grand Prix. Got off to a good start and got the line well for Verstappen, and it just showed that it didn't matter, did it? Didn't matter that it dropped down 1 PS. And yeah, I don't think Verstappen and George Russell will be sending Christmas cards anytime soon. I think this is the second time they've cast, haven't they, in F1. The first time it was at the Azerbaijan sprint race, where they did Tuts and Russell caused damage to Verstappen's side pod, side of the car. That was quite a heated confrontation. The pot, I think they had another one as well, which would be on the youth series of Drive to Survive. Drive to Survive on Netflix, which are currently recording this season behind the scenes, and yeah, that should be interesting to watch that. And but yeah, it was all about the McLaren versus Ferrari battle, wasn't it, for the constructors? And Ferrari will take to the final day, and Charles Leclerc is now only 8 points behind Lando Norris in the Driver Championship. Let me know down below, is that a failure for Lando Norris if he ends up finishing behind Charles Leclerc after Lando Norris had 7 hopes of the driver's title? I think you have to say it is a failure. I think it is a failure for Lando Norris if he finishes below Charles Leclerc. But then I always stick to this saying: first place is the winner. Everyone else are users. Simple as that. So maybe it is a favour for Lando Norris, but then I would still say, well, everyone else is still users. Let's be real. Apart from Max Verstappen. But yeah, great weekend for Prix, I'd say. Great weekend. Another great weekend for Prix, I'd say. Starting at 10 points for Alpine, was this bid in the battle with Haas. In terms of constructors battle between them two. Alonso finally had a decent Grand Prix, getting the points again. Ken Madsen getting the points. Zhou Guan Yu, Sauber finally stolen points this season. But I think Zhou Guan Yu got very lucky, in my opinion. I don't think you can put him time of the day. I think he got very lucky with the amount of safety cars that there was. The drivers that did cross out would still finish above him, in my opinion, if they didn't all cross each other out. So I know it's harsh. I know it's harsh and Zhou Guan Yu. Fair play to him, he's starting the points, but he did get a bit lucky, let's be real. Did get a bit lucky with that, especially Norris, then the penalty as well. Which would have dropped him down further. But yeah, McLaren. I think McLaren will still be alright in terms of the finale. It's still 21 points, isn't it? And I still think that's a big gap for Ferrari to overturn. I think Ferrari need to. Well, we'll get onto it in the preview. But yeah, Bottas, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Lawson, Albon, Hulkenberg, Perez, Pinto, Ocon, Stroll, Alden store points. Which means Verstappen now has an 80-point lead over Lando Norris. Verstappen already confirmed champion. It's now the battle for second place, where Lando Norris has only an 8-point lead over Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz is 19 points behind Piastri. I think he'll need Piastri to have a bad race in Abu Dhabi. Carlos Sainz defends him fourth. Russell and Hamilton. Russell has a 23-point lead over his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Perez is safe and home in 8th. Sergio Perez is set to lead people at the end of the season. That's a yes to some hearing. He is set to leave, and I think he's going to be given an ambassador role at Red Bull. So the Red Bull seat will be between Tsunoda and Liam Lawson. Pinto has been ruled out completely from Red Bull and his Haas RB. Alpine has now killed their interest in Pinto as well. So Jack Doohan, who will be making his debut for Alpine, replacing Esteban Ocon. Ocon will be taking an early test drive for Haas and won't be competing at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix this weekend. But yeah, Jack Doohan looks like he's pretty safe now, which is ridiculous how they were thinking about replacing Jack Doohan already when you just signed him for 2025. So I think it's right Jack Doohan takes his place because he signed a contract for 2025 and he shouldn't be looking at everyone else, in my opinion. Alonso in 9th, Hulkenberg in 10th, Dazi 11th, Tsunoda 12th, Stroll 13th, Ocon 14th, Madsen 15th, Albon 16th, Cardo in 17th, Berman 18th, Pinto 19th, Zhou Guan Yu his first points of the season with the 4 points in 20th, Lawson 21st. And out of the current drivers, it's now only Valtteri Bottas who is yet to score points this season. Jordan Sargent is obviously already out of F1. But yeah, the fact that the Red Bull seat is between Tsunoda and Liam Lawson for me shows that Red Bull have accepted that there won't be a title contender next season. In my opinion, I actually think Red Bull next year will be the fourth best team, in my opinion, behind Mercedes, Ferrari, and McLaren. I've always generally believed that. I just think Adrian Newey is a massive key component to why Red Bull were successful, in my opinion. And Red Bull are now an unknown. Yes, see what they do next year. Yes, see what they do with their own engines from 2026 onwards as well. And not just that, Tsunoda Lawson. I don't think even Lawson's done enough. I don't think either done enough for Red Bull, in my opinion. I think Tsunoda's just a car crash waiting to happen. As he's finished on a cost your team dams. I think he's on cost your team in terms of team dances. Liam Lawson, far too early for me. He's only came in. He's only came into the team temporary. And I know they're part of the Red Bull system, but I don't think either have done enough for me. I don't think Toro Pinto's done enough. I think Red Bull missed a trick with Carlos Sainz. I really do. Even if Red Bull would have got Carlos Sainz, he still would have had questions about Red Bull because of the Adrian Newey even. Would Red Bull still be up there, even with Carlos Sainz? So, but yeah, imagine Verstappen and Tsunoda's teammates. It just wouldn't work, in my opinion. I think Yuki Tsunoda for me, he doesn't really listen to team orders either. And to be fair, he will probably take the fight to Max Verstappen. He won't back out as Sergio Perez will, and Pierre Dillipit to Max Verstappen. But that's not what Red Bull will want, in my opinion. So I still believe they'll get Tsunoda. I still believe they'll get Lawson in, and I still don't think that's the right decision for me. I think Liam Lawson would be another Perdazzi as Albon when they were at Red Bull. Just weren't done not to compete with his teammate Max Verstappen. But for me, I just think Max Verstappen's even anyways. Whoever the teammate is. I think next year will be Max Verstappen's last season at Red Bull. And I think he will go to Mercedes or Aston Martin in 2026. Probably Aston Martin because they don't have a Honda engine and Adrian Newey's there as well. So that's what I can see happening, to be honest with you. Because once Max Verstappen leaves, I think Red Bull will finish. I think Red Bull will finish once Max Verstappen leaves. And yet, they get Oscar Piastri as a replacement. I can see that happening. Mark Webber's relationship with Red Bull, despite the multi-21 incident with Sebastian Vettel. Mark Webber's got a good relationship with Red Bull, and he is the manager of Oscar Piastri. And I see Red Bull probably don't have the Piastri, to be fair, if Verstappen leaves. But this is what your second constructors then. It's now between McLaren and Ferrari going into the finale. We will be getting new constructors champions, that is confirmed. Red Bull, Vincent third. This definitely has been a favourite of the season for Red Bull, let's be real, despite their issues. But they weren't expected to win it once Sergio Perez dropped off, in my opinion. Mercedes will be finishing in fourth, but it's still good for Mercedes because Mercedes will get that benefit more extra wind tunnel for next year. Same with Red Bull, they will get extra wind tunnel as well. But Mercedes then extra wind tunnel. Lewis Hamilton need Mercedes as well, which will extend their budget even more. Mercedes, I think Mercedes will be. Well, I don't think they will win the titles next year, but I think they will definitely move up the constructor standings. In my opinion, Mercedes, in my opinion, because of that. But yeah, then Kimi Antonelli's a bit of an unknown, isn't he, at Mercedes as well? So we need to wait and see. Aston Martin stay in fifth, yes. They will be finishing in fifth. It's still the battle for fifth between Alpine, Haas, and Beast. Haas have RB. They are all mathematically in that weight. Williams will finish in ninth. Yeah, they'll definitely finish in ninth, Williams. On yes, Valtteri Bottas, George Van New pull off an absolute masterclass drive in Abu Dhabi, where it allows them to finish on the podium, which I don't see happening. But yeah, it's been. I'm going to say this right now. I think Aston Martin and Williams are sandbagging for 2026, in my opinion. I think Aston Martin and Williams have been sandbagging for 2026 because I don't believe Fernando Alonso is that bad, in my opinion, to be getting knocked out of qualifying 1, qualifying 2 for me. Because just remember, Ferrari had that kind of season, didn't it, in the 2020 season, where both Ferraris were getting knocked out in qualifying 1, qualifying 2. It was so stupid. So I think Aston Martin, Williams, even James Fowler's already said for Williams, he's already said, hasn't he, that he's preparing for 2026 with the Essence. But Williams will be an interesting team next year with Albon on the sides. And I would expect Williams to be at least top 6 next year. In my opinion, especially with that lineup as well. But yeah, Alpine, they came out from nowhere, haven't they, Alpine, to get into 6th place. Obviously, they got brilliant points in Brazil, didn't they? They got absolute brilliant points in Brazil. Brilliant points last week in Qatar. Well, the last race in Qatar as well with Perdazi. The worry for Alpine is it's just Jack Doohan now as came into replace Esteban Ocon. I kind of like that. I do kind of like that because he didn't Jack Doohan a chance to experience that Alpine that early as well ahead of next season. So I do like it, but at the same time, it's just a shame that we're not going to see Esteban Ocon in this final Grand Prix because he's done a lot for the team, hasn't he? Esteban Ocon, he's got the Grand Prix victory in Hungary or in 2021. He's got them on podiums as well. So yeah, it's a shame that we don't see Ocon, but it is what it is. These were the sprint results from the Qatar Grand Prix. It did start off well for McLaren, but in the actual race, this weren't there, McLaren, were they? It's not there at all. And these were the drivers that didn't score points in the sprint. And we now move on to the finale, the Yas Marina circuit, where obviously they have made changes to the circuit. They did make changes in 2021. From turns 8 to 9, where it's now a straight. Where it's pretty much now. No, sorry, turns 5 to 6, sorry, what am I on about? Turns 4. From turn 4 to 5 to 6, where it's now a start finish straight, down to turn 7 and 8. Turn 7, 8, and 9. Obviously, they made a change in 2021 where I think it's turn 4 to 5 used to be a turn, is now pretty much straight line, isn't it? Pretty much straight line. Turns 5 to 6 is that non-straight, isn't it? 7, 8, and 9 is where the DRS zone, the second zone, does activate. So they're your best overtaking opportunities. Start finish straight, it's kind of short, isn't it? Start finish straight, to be fair. So it's turns 5 to 6, 7, 8, and 9 is your best overtaking opportunity. So you can definitely overtake at this circuit. Who does that suit? Does that suit McLaren? You would think so, wouldn't you? You'd think so. But it may suit Ferrari as well, who knows? But this is the UK schedule for Abu Dhabi then. 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning, practice 1 for Friday. Practice 2 on Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Practice 3 on Saturday morning, 10:30 to 11:30. Qualifying on Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And the final race of the season, the lights out, is at 1 p.m. on Sunday, this Sunday. Arriving to finish off the 2024 F1 season, Team Principal will need to summon the very last of their fight to see victory, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 323 very sectors and two hurt and straight. Yas Marina offers the perfect opportunity to stage an upset and finish the season in style. She sets it hard set up an absolute fortress for the Yas Marina circuit. Medium speed corner is crucial, focusing on top speed, and DRS effectiveness is also recommended for various cars with balanced stats. Arriving at the last race of the season, the clubs can come off the final points could make all the difference to your placement in Constructors' Championship and how the next season plays out. If you're able to push at Yas Marina, push while you still need to avoid the worst case scenario of a DNF. You won't need to worry about replacing any damage on one pass after the race. The straight and DRS zones in Abu Dhabi are your best opportunity to overtake to save your energy for these critical moments. A single pit strategy is viable at Yas Marina, but be careful to not be let down by one tyres at the last moment. It is a balanced medium circuit. Circuit ends 5.281 meters. First Grand Prix was in 2009. Number of laps is 58. Race distance 306.183 meters. Lap record set by Max Verstappen, the 126.103 in 2021. Safety car chance is 50%. We do know about that. Their ratings, especially from 2021, where we had the Snandons, and the pit lane time loss is 21 seconds. So the championship permutations then, the championship standings before the race, going into the weekend, Max Verstappen, who clinched the title last race, Grand Prix, is Championship with 429 points, 8 points ahead of Lando Norris in second, and 88 ahead of Charles Leclerc in third. McLaren holding 640 points enters this round in the lead of the Constructors' Championship from Red Bull, and Ferrari and Red Bull, who are second and third with 619, 581 respectively. The championship permutations, McLaren and Ferrari both have an opportunity to secure their 9th or 17th World Constructors title this event. The first since 1998 for the former McLaren team, and the first since 2008 for the latter, which is Ferrari. A total of 44 points is available, 25 for winning the Grand Prix, 18 for second place, and 1 for the fastest lap can be stored by either team. Ferrari has to outscore McLaren by at least 22 points in order to win the Constructors' title. Not just that though, we do have Alpine, Haas and V's Kassaf RB battling for 6th place as well in the Constructors' standings. And these are my predictions then for this weekend, the final Grand Prix of the season. Done for Max Verstappen to win the Grand Prix. Done for Lando Norris to finish in second and get the fastest lap as well. Which will mean McLaren will probably win the Constructors' Championship. You're looking at these standings. Yeah, there will be. Yeah, there will be. George Russell to finish in third. Yeah, I've just gone for the fives on that one. Just gone for the fives with George Russell and Max Verstappen on the same podium. That plenty of security around them. After being spoke about in the media as well, you can just see it happening, can't you, for Verstappen and Russell on the podium. I've done for the two Ferraris in fourth and fifth. Piastri's finishing sixth. Hamilton's finishing seventh. Perez finishing eighth. And I've done for Perdazzi and Hulkenberg to finish ninth and 10th. To finish ninth and 10th. And that would mean the standings will stay the same in the Constructors, and it would mean Alpine would finish above Haas, and it would mean McLaren would finish above Ferrari. But in terms of my predictions, I still think McLaren will win it, in my opinion. If the DAF was single figures, then you'd be thinking, I see. I still think it's a bit daft for Ferrari, I really do. I really do think it's still a bit daft for Ferrari, I really do. Because if we look at the Constructors standings back up, there we go. The closest one is probably Alpine and Haas, to be fair. I think that's the closest title race. That's the closest battle in Constructors. And yes, these Tassaf RB have a dud qualifying, and they'll put themselves back in it. I just think it's too much for Ferrari, but I swear to God, if McLaren do not win it, it's a bottle job. I'm sorry. It is a bottle job. And Ferrari would actually be the worst winners of the Constructors' title. And that's nothing against Ferrari. Yeah, it'd be great to see Ferrari back up there in the Constructors, which they should be doing, as opposed to boys of Formula 1. But for me, McLaren having that lead, having the fastest car for most of the season, they should be winning the Constructors. They should have already had it sealed, actually. They should have already had it sealed, McLaren. And not yet, it mathematically still be on, in my opinion. But I still think, in my eyes, McLaren have still won it, in my opinion. I still think they have won it, McLaren. Just because it's Ferrari as well. It is Ferrari. Whenever they need to do something, they don't do it. Simple as that. Yeah, Ferrari have won races, but at the same time, they've won races when they weren't under pressure at all. That's Ferrari for you. And with the Alpine, Haas and RB battling it out for 6th place. So yeah, they're my predictions for the weekend in Abu Dhabi and for the finale. And yeah, let's see who wins the Constructors. Will it be McLaren first Constructors since 1998? Mad, isn't it? That is mad. Or will it be Ferrari's first Constructors title since 2008? And will McLaren actually crumble? Because it takes one DNF, doesn't it? It does take one DNF from McLaren, and all of a sudden, they're in shit streak. So maybe it's not actually that done, in my opinion. But if Lando Norris is in the top 2, I think it is done for me. So, but yeah. Anyways, feel free to see your predictions down below for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. What were your thoughts on the Qatar Grand Prix? Which for me was a bit of a shambles, wasn't it, in terms of the FIA? The amount of safety cars we had, not that in the debris, the damage of the tires off the track. tours of punters to Saints and Houndton as well. So yeah, a bit of a shambles. And FIA started new with director as well. And it's nothing to do with him. It's the stewards that made the decisions. So feel free to take your thoughts on that as well. They're Verstappen and Russell standards as well. Who's going to take the last Red Bull seat as well? My final words on that, Isaac Hadger, who's driving in F2, he will most likely, probably 80% be driving for First Class RB next year, alongside either Lawson or Sonoda. Depends who gets the Red Bull seat, and whoever doesn't get the Red Bull seat will still drive for First Class RB, which I do look like. It does look like it's going to be Sonoda who will still drive for First Class RB, alongside Isaac Hadger and Ian Lawson looks like to drive with Verstappen and Red Bull. But anyways, feel free to leave your thoughts down below on everything I spoke about. And yeah, the next F1 content I'll be doing will be the season review. I won't be doing the Abu Dhabi review because what's the point? Because we'll just put it into the season review, in my opinion. So that'll be next week, the whole season review. Seeing how everyone done in terms of start of season expectations as well. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below on everything I spoke about, and see you all later. And who will win the Constructors' Championship, and who will finish 6th in the Constructors' Championship, and who will finish 2nd in the drivers between Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc.